Friends, so this is our coloring video, which is super exciting. I know that you guys have been looking forward to this. I have as well. I'm going to get out my handy dandy crayon rack. And remember, if I haven't gone over stuff with you in class, or I haven't just said, hey, just go check out this video to know how to color, you probably shouldn't be doing this yet. So I have my handy dandy crayon tower here. And what I'm going to focus on in this video is picking a skin tone, doing your eyes, and making glasses, because everything else you guys can kind of do on your own. Okay, so I'm going to start with the eyes. I always like to start with my eyes. I don't know why. That's just a choice that I make when I'm coloring. And my eyes are kind of a bluish gray green sort of color. I'm going to pull out some colors that kind of go with that. And I'm going to do a lot of blending. Remember, I told you guys that this would be very blending heavy, so I'm going to start with the color that is the most in my eyes, which is this blue-gray kind of color. And then I'm going to add a little bit more gray. And then just that little tiny bit of green into it, which really makes it stand out. And if you're looking in the mirror when you do this, you don't have to, but you will notice that our irises, the color kind of expands out from our pupil. And I know that pupil looks a little bit odd right now, but that's because I haven't colored it in yet. So your next step would be getting out that black crayon and really coloring in that pupil. So take that black crayon and trace the lines and then color it in nice and dark. You are also going to want to gently trace. Oops, I just realized why that looks weird. That's because it's shadow, not black. Sometimes if you have a big kit of Crayola crayons, you have a gray color that's almost black, but not quite. You can use that if you want to. I just prefer to use a black crayon. You're going to want to trace the outsides of your eyes. And then you're ready to move on to any little details inside your eyes, if you made your tear ducts, that kind of thing. And then you're ready to move on to your skin tone. First, you want to trace your nose, so your nose doesn't disappear when you color in your face. Very important step. You might also want to do that with your ears and your chin line. And your neck if you need to. These are all up to you though. I would do at least this line and your nose though. And then just like we did in kindergarten, you're going to look in your crayons and you're going to find the color that's closest to your skin tone. Okay? Remember, we are all a shade of beautiful brown. Even tan or the peach colors are just a light brown. So we learned in color theory that you make brown by mixing together all three of the primary colors, and you just add black or white to them to make them lighter or darker, right? Or different variety, or amounts of those primary colors to make them slightly different shades. And you're just going to color in nicely and neatly all of the spaces that are your skin tone. It's nice and soft, turning with paper when you need to, trying to color in a way that doesn't put a lot of lines on your paper. If you want to be fancy and you want to do a lot of blending, if you're like Mrs. Hagen, I am going to make a picture of me that looks exactly like my skin tone. So I am going to do lots and lots of blending. I recommend doing a practice paper to do that, but you can actually start to blend other colors in. And you can take and look in your mirror and you can softly, super softly, start to blend in the colors that are in your face. So I know that I have very red cheeks, so I'm taking a little bit of pink and I'm adding that in. I also know that I have a little bit of red on my forehead and my chin. And I know that I have a little bit of kind of a green blue underneath my eyes and around my nose. And how do I know this? Because I looked in my mirror. I know this because I looked in my mirror. Now here is the important part. If you did this, you gotta grab that color that you used for your face again, and you need to color back on top of all of it to really blend it in. And this time you are going to push hard. So we're going to fast forward. To after I've completed that. Now I know it looks like I went really, really fast, guys, but that's because time-lapse photography and I sped up that section of my video. So I did do that nicely and slowly, just like you should. I actually missed a spot here. Go back in and get it. And that is actually the next step on your skin tone, guys, is making sure you didn't miss any spots. I actually really did miss a few here. I missed my entire neck. There we go. All right. Now, after you have completed this step, boys and girls, if you have glasses and you are ready to draw those, you can. Also do your eyebrows before you do this. That's pretty simple. You just grab whatever crayon is closest and color them in. It's going to be the same thing you do for your hair as well. Lips, look in the mirror and draw what colors you see. Most of you are going to have mostly pink lips. Some of you might have more tan lips. It's whatever color you see when you look in that mirror or into your camera, whichever one you're doing. If you don't like how pinky pink it looks, grab your skin tone color again. Blend them together. And that'll make it look a little bit less pink. Okay. And then glasses. So we draw our glasses last, friends, because they go underneath everything. So I know that I haven't done the color of my hair or my shirt yet. I'm saving those because that's just doing the same sort of blending that we've been doing throughout. You add in your highlights and shadows that you can see in your hair and you're just coloring it all in. And I will do that fast time-lapse photography at the end of this to show you the hair, but I want to focus a little bit on glasses. So my glasses are actually this like periwinkle blue color. So that's what I'm going to use. And the entire frame of my glasses is that color. So I actually don't need to switch colors, but if your glasses are different in colors in different places, you will need to use different different colors. So when I draw my glasses, I start at the bridge of my nose and I draw the shape of my glasses on the bridge of my nose. And then all you're doing, oops, I'm not going to be able to use that blue. It's not showing up. I'll have to use a different one. There we go. Is you draw the shape that you see your glasses making. Literally all I'm doing, guys, is I'm drawing the shape I see when I look in the mirror for my glasses. So I see that they go up near my eyebrows, but not quite over them. They have this little cat's eye shape, and they dome down big on my cheek and come almost to the bottom of my nose. And that's pretty much it. You're just drawing in that shape. And I'm going to make it a little bit darker just so you can see them better. And if you want to show the glass in the glasses, I like to take a white crayon and just very gently draw on top with that white crayon. And what that does is it kind of blurs what's underneath it a little bit, so it sort of looks more like glass. And if you want to finish coloring in your entire picture before you make your glasses, you can. If you're doing braces, I will be showing you those next. All right, so braces. Braces are actually really easy, guys. I know they seem really hard, but they're very, very easy. Okay. All you do is you grab the crayon that is the color of your bands. Okay. If you don't have braces, you probably don't understand what that means, but you can just be skipping this section because you don't have braces. You don't need it. Okay. Same thing with the glasses. If you didn't need that part, skip it. And you take the color that your bands are and you draw nice, gentle little dots on each of your teeth that you drew. Okay. And then I actually like to do this next part, guys, with a pencil instead of a crayon. And all you're doing is you're taking and drawing a line that connects those dots. If you've got the ones that have like a little bit of metal in between your bands, you can add those with a pencil too. And there are braces if you need them. Now the hair time lapse. Remember, you are about to see something that is going very fast, but I did not do this quickly. I did it nicely and slowly. It just looks very, very fast because I have sped up my camera. All right, guys, so now if you have gone through this entire video, you are ready for the final steps, which are going in and fixing and adding details if you need to by pressing harder with your crayon. And you can decorate your background and create whatever you want to with it. Feel free to watch this video as many times as you need to for coloring. I know for a lot of classes, this might be the only coloring instruction you have before sharing day. All right, guys, I will see you in class for that sharing day. I can't wait to see these. I'm super excited.